When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, those are crystal clear. Cheers! With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Hey, it's Kelly Sheffield, Wisconsin Badgers volleyball head coach. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update, brought to you by ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night. Catch local coverage of the 2026 NFL Draft with reactions, insights, and analysis of how all the biggest selections impact the Green Bay Packers. Coverage kicks off tonight at 6 o'clock on 100.5 ESPN and streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. It is now day 2 of the NFL Draft, and the Green Bay Packers will actually be selecting tonight. They have the 52nd overall pick and the 84th overall pick in rounds 2 and 3, respectively. What will they do with those picks? Mark Tauscher thinks it'd be foolish not to address the secondary.
I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that it's corner. You heard Goody this week say we need to add more talent in that room. We need more bodies. You have Keyshawn Nixon in the last year of his deal. You have Valentine. And you have a 29-year-old St. Juste. You need, there's not a doubt, you better bring somebody in that can be a guy for you for a while.
Catch our ESPN Wisconsin draft coverage tonight, beginning at 6 and running through the end of round 3. Jim, Matt, and Molly starts right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special. Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
Are you allowed to complain right now, yes or no?
No.
Google everything or just nod and say yep?
Nod and say yep.
More nervous, the Olympics or your first diaper change?
First diaper change.
Reading parenting books or just winging it?
Be honest.
That's a sack. It took too long. And I've not even opened them.
The books suck, dude. I'm not going to lie. They suck.
Right now I'm on the winging it note, but I think my wife might have something to say about that.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Molly Brown.
Jim, Matt, and Molly. I'm not going to do the it is for 15 years like Jim Rutledge does. Jim is out sick. So it's just me and Matt taking you home on a Friday. That's exciting. Go. We are presented by Coors Light. Guys, if the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush a Coors Light.
Primetime Ryan Wollersheim behind the glass. So day 2 of the NFL draft is today. Packers pick at 52 as of right now. We'll see what actually happens. Did you guys watch the first round at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
First 25 picks.
So you watch from start until
from Fernando Mendoza to whoever the Bears safety is.
Thibodeau.
Yes, that's the guy.
Dylan Thieneman, yes.
Thieneman, okay. I think Thibodeau, but I think they also already have a Thibodeau on their team.
Thibodeau plays for the Giants, though he's probably going to get traded after last night. But
he also used to coach the Knicks.
Yes. There's a long history of guys.
That's what I'm thinking
guys
of. That's
named
literally
Thibodeau
what
in New
I'm
York.
thinking of.
The Knicks coach, old Knicks coach.
Yeah. Okay, so you watched the first pick. Okay, so I literally didn't see this. So I got home. So I thought I was gonna get home in time because the draft started at 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so I typically get home at 7. But then my husband was like, "Oh, meet me at these soccer fields at 7," because he was gonna help out one of our kids' friends, whatever. So we ended up staying there. I was there until 8:30, and then I got home. And then once I showered, did all the things, it was the Steelers pick. So whatever pick that was before the Bears won. So early 20s, I think, is when I turned it on. So I
Steelers
missed
pick 21.
Okay, so I miss like the exciting stuff. I miss Fernando Mendoza, which I don't know if that's really that exciting because we all knew that it was going to be him. I feel like for the last couple of years, the first overall pick has really been like bleh, because it's like we just knew that Cam Ward was going to get drafted. We knew Fernando Mendoza was going to get drafted. So, and then I obviously missed all the hype of everything and all the different trades and whatnot. So like, wasn't it exciting first round?
It was fun to see. It was fun to see everything happen. Like, again, I didn't have a super vested interest in it because I knew the Packers were moving up. So it was nice to be in that sports bar setting and having it on all the TVs. So like you could glance up from your conversation. Be like,
and you had
so-and-so's picks in.
You had your insider Thomas there too.
Feeding
you the picks ahead of time.
And Indy fan Derek. So he was very excited. He thought 3 Indiana players were going to go in the first round. I think it was only 2.
How about Kathy? Were you crushing Coors Lights with Kathy?
No,
Mom, Kathy?
Kathy bailed. She said it sounded like you were having a draft party with your friends. I didn't want to crash. I called her before it and was like, Mom, you were invited.
Yeah.
I want you there.
Wait, you invite your mom to your like draft party hangout?
Have you met his mom?
Once, yeah. At the Madison
cool.
Curling Club.
Yeah, she's cool. She can hang.
She's a sweet lady.
Yeah, if we had a bucket of Coors, like you better pull your 1 or 2 out immediately because she'll get them if you leave them too long.
Okay. All right.
So mom
game respect game.
Coors Light
Mom can
thief?
party. Yeah. Mom likes Coors Lights.
Okay.
So was the bar environment fun?
Yeah, it was fun. It was just nice to be because there was a table near us that had a Bear fan.
Okay.
And they were talking draft stuff, so we didn't like interact much with them. But like I heard the conversations and like I rolled my eyes like 4 times.
Why? What did they say?
They were
if you remember,
hating on some players that got drafted and like, oh, he sucks. It's like, what the hell do you know, guy?
You're like, I work at ESPN. I know a lot more than
I didn't
you.
claim to know, but
Matt's like, I'm the ball knower here.
Quarterback tackler. Yeah, I'm a ball. I know quarterback tacklers, and he's no quarterback tackler.
Were you wearing your green and gold overalls last night like you are right now?
No, because I knew my buddy Thomas, my insider Thomas. He's the commissioner of one of our fantasy leagues that I had won this year.
Okay.
And the winner of the fantasy league in this particular league, since it's only $10, you get a jersey from a player on your fantasy team.
Oh, okay. You guys have done this in the past.
Yes.
Right?
We've always done this.
Yeah.
And because, you get $110. It's like, go ahead and get a jersey because we're all old enough where $100 is great, but like, let's get a jersey that we wouldn't normally get.
Right.
So I got a Derrick Henry jersey. I had my black Ravens 22 jersey on yesterday.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised it wasn't the Tennessee Titans because that's like your second allegiance in the NFL.
I have a Titans jersey.
Oh.
So I have my Hamilton one, so I didn't want to double up on a team. I'd rather have some. But I got the Henry one on a great deal. I think I'm going to use the other half of the money that I was able to save from my winnings to get a Micah Parsons jersey.
Oh,
or I might just splurge.
Quarterback tackler.
I might just splurge and get a number 1, but just write quarterback tackler on the name. Like get a full custom one.
Tackler.
Just one quarterback tackler.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like Parsons is so cool that it'd be hard to turn down Parsons.
Right. And
But quarterback tackler would be fun.
Having that on the draft during the draft last night would have been hilarious, considering that was basically the Packers' first round pick. Having the number 1 on it and everything. That's the one thing. Like, hey, this is why I'm excited tonight, is because the quarterback tackler Micah Parsons still plays for my team.
Quarterback tackler, and that's what I had to tell myself yesterday. Like, I was bummed the Packers weren't picking, but again, I had to realize like we had got Micah Parsons out of it, so pretty good.
Unnamed in the 608 chimes in on the Carbos Talking text line. List is more 844-770-3776. He says Matt's mom is awesome. Honestly, Matt, this might be your mom texting this in. Do you know the first 3 digits of her phone number?
Yeah. What was it?
Well, it's unnamed in the 608, but they said Matt's mom is awesome.
Give me the first 3 digits.
347?
No, that's not my mom. That's not my mom.
So somebody thinks that Kathy Hamilton is cool besides us.
Okay. And Ryan, she is, and that's why I invited her to my draft party. And yeah, she was like, "I'm too cool for your friends. I'm too cool for Insider Thomas and Indy Derrick."
Cool.
Ryan,
but my sister showed up. My sister hung out.
Okay, so you got a crew.
Yeah. I had there, and my sister brought a friend, so I think there was like 6 of us.
Okay.
Jen came.
Okay. It's a decent
Blue
crew.
Gill or Bust.
I was
going to
say, what did Blue Gill or Bust drink? Like a mocktail?
Soda water.
Okay.
Soda water. But it was French dip special last night, so we all got French dip. It was delicious. French dip in the draft. It's tough to beat.
Ryan, how did you watch the draft last night? Did you watch the draft?
I missed like the first 5 picks because after the show was over yesterday, I went grocery shopping. So by the time I got home, I think it was just after Cornell Tate had come off the board. Whoever drafted him 4th overall, I think.
The Titans.
The Titans, there you go. So then I just kind of like hung out and I had it on. I was not like invested at all in the draft though. Without the Packers picking, like it just truly felt like it's here. I'm kind of paying attention. I had like a bunch of group chats with friends like popping off. Being
You had
like,
a bunch of group chats?
yeah, two separate group chats. Both of them are just like exploding with just everyone reacting. Oh, I can't believe that guy went there. Oh, wow, what about this? And I'm like, why do any of us care right now? Like honestly, like it's cool to like watch other teams and kind of pay attention to like what the NFC North's doing. But like, otherwise, I'm not interested in the draft right now. And the Packers don't pick until what is it? I mean, 21. I mean, 20 draft picks from now, literally. So it's like. Yeah. It's hard to really know
it's fun to see the reactions of the players, though. Like, that's part of the best part for me about it, because I just try to imagine putting myself in their shoes. Like, whether they're in the draft room and the other players are high-fiving them and their immediate family, or they're at home with, like, a whole crew of people in this living room and a TV crew filming it. Like, seeing the reactions is cool. Then they walk through that tunnel, and some guys will, like, stop at the team that drafted them and do some, like, thankful gesture. They all signed the Panini card. Like, right after they did the thing with Goodell, they signed, like, a one-of-one draft card.
Okay.
Cool.
So, like, somebody might get one of those, which I think is really neat. Some people wrote little messages on there. It's like,
that is neat.
It's just fun.
It's just, okay, so I like the idea, like Fernando Mendoza's, right?
Yeah.
Like he stayed, I didn't even see him get drafted. I haven't seen any clips, but he stayed home because like his mom has like different health issues and whatnot, right? So like he wanted to be around his family. And so many other players have done that where they want to stay home and like be surrounded by the people that they love, which I love. That's awesome. But to me, that also just like, it just like kills some of the nostalgia of it. Yeah, like okay, I said it. The first draft pick that I watched was the Pittsburgh Steelers guy getting drafted. Couldn't even tell you who it was. Literally, he's sitting there on the couch. You see him having the phone call. Not even like there's nothing happening. Everybody's just like, oh my god, who's calling him? Who's calling him? Who's calling him? So then it was like on delay, which
Max
is weird.
Ihinakor.
Yeah, okay, whoever he is, but yeah, and then so then. When he finally gets the call, everybody jumps up. The dude that was sitting next to him has like his pants like down, so then it's only like boxers.
On the screen is just his boxer briefs.
And it's just his butt. It's just in your face, and I'm just like,
come on,
can we
camera
just
person.
can we cut the camera to a different angle? Like, what are we doing?
I noticed that too.
Did you see this, Ryan?
I missed that part.
No,
I was
and I didn't
tuned
see it.
out.
I didn't see it on socials. I haven't looked on socials, so I don't know if that's like popped off there. But it was literally like. This guy's draft moment of being a first-round draft pick is just spoiled by this guy's butt.
Well, maybe Max now can buy his friend a belt.
Maybe. Goodness gracious. But I was just like, oh, my God, what is happening? But, Matt, before we get to your FedEx story, I do want to just throw it out there that we are going to be doing a Pick Your Packer. So, essentially, who is the guy that you want the Packers to draft, or what position do you want in case you don't know anybody in this draft? You can text those in on the Carbo Stock and Text line. List is more 844-770-3776. Who is your guy that you want the Packers to get? Also, unnamed in the 608 chimes in again. He says, this is Mailman Jeff from McFarland, better known as Schmo. Matt might know me. I've met him quite a few times, but I know his sister Becca pretty well, and his dad is awesome as well.
There you go. Hi, Schmo.
Is the Hamilton family that cool?
The Hamilton family, they frequent happy hours around the McFarland area, so you get to meet a lot of people.
They're always fun with a few pops in them, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, sometimes they're down the Maple Tree, sometimes it's Parkside. It's just bouncing all over. Sometimes it's Angelo's and McFarland. Yeah, we just bounce all over McFarland and meet up for happy hour every once in a while. Yeah, it's a good time. But yeah, my dad is just as outgoing as I am, so he makes friends everywhere he goes.
So this is breaking news. Ryan, do we have a sounder?
Oh, baby, now this is some breaking news.
Wasn't expecting this, but according to Adam Schefter, wide receiver Jayden Reed and the Green Bay Packers have now reached an agreement to a 3-year contract extension worth $50.25 million in new money, including $20 million guaranteed per his agents.
I think I like that.
$50 million for 3 years. What does that average? Anybody want to do the math here?
It's just under $17 million a year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just under what Romeo Doubs got, I think. I think he was $16 or $18 million per year.
So
plus a ton of incentives,
here's my thought. Reed's rookie year, if he'd had a couple years like that, he would have commanded a lot more money. I think if Reed is healthy this year and has a similar year to his rookie year, he might have commanded more money. Like, I think the Packers bought low. They believed in him that he can stay healthy and be on the field, because when he is on the field, he's a threat.
Okay, but how many years has he been healthy? That is the
His
question.
rookie year.
And yeah, that's like it's the same thing. Like Christian Watson is due for a contract soon too, right?
Well, yeah,
so
he got the 1 year.
He got the one,
right?
and then I just think that was kind of a nice
They're
thing.
buying low on Reed, because if you let Reed play another season and he does pop off, you ain't getting him for $50,000.
You've got a lot of the word "if" on your shirts. Is
We
that
do.
a lot of what ifs
Because
by
the
Packers though?
Lots of ifs around this Packers team.
And this feels like another if to me. I
Well,
love
it's no
Jaden Reed.
longer
Don't
an
get me
if,
wrong.
It's done.
Don't
It's
get
a
me
done
wrong.
deal.
Yes, but also
The
you
if
are.
Is he going to be good? If he's good, he's worth the money.
Yeah, and you're banking on him staying healthy, and I don't know if that's realistic. Now, I am a big Jayden Reed fan. Don't get me wrong. I think the things that he's done has been great for the team when he's healthy.
Yep.
But to me, that just feels iffy.
It might. It certainly does. I'm not saying that it's not like a risk at all, but I do think it's a buy low kind of situation. It's like he's coming off an injured down year. This is where you can get probably the best deal out of him.
Ryan, how do you feel about Jaden Reed?
I'm
this
surprised
price
that
level?
they're extending him to this point. Honestly, the fact that it's like just under what Romeo Doubs got on an average annual basis makes me feel like that it's not a great deal, but it's a better deal than I would have expected, to be honest.
So would you have rather had Romeo Doubs at this price point?
No, I think the deal that they got for Jayden Reed is a better deal than what the Patriots gave Romeo Doubs. So I'm a little surprised, to be honest. I think we're going to see more about like the guaranteed figures that come out soon.
Right.
We know the Packers don't typically do that. They front load a lot of these.
Mm-hmm.
But this is surprising, given that they're just going to lock up one of the wide receivers like this when there's a big question mark around Christian Watson's contract status too. Like he has a 1 year deal for this coming season, and then after that he's a free agent.
Well,
So
the draft will tell. If they take a wide receiver in the second or third round,
Well, that was my question. Is
would
it
you
now?
feel like that is a thanks for your service, Christian Watson, after
I
this
mean,
season?
Goody has kept saying that all he wants to do is bring in competition for these young guys, drive that sense of urgency.
It's just so interesting though, because it's like.
We need
Like,
depth there.
okay,
it's
but-
just an early pick, I
Well,
feel like.
so that's the thing too. Is this one of the first questions that comes to my mind? Is are they going to actually get a wide receiver in this draft now? Because that's obviously been a position we kind of talked about it earlier this week. Of like, what positions would you not want the Packers to draft? And we all said obviously quarterback. But then wide receiver was kind of one of the top ones where it's like don't get it at the 2 pick, but
Yeah,
maybe
don't
later
get
on
it
in the
in round
draft.
2.
Yeah, get in like the later rounds. But do they even pick up a wide receiver now? Like I
think
get it, you
need
still
to
need
pick
the
up a
depth,
wide receiver
but
at some point. I think it has to.
I'll say this, they're probably not going to pick up any slot receivers in this draft
No,
anymore
they need to
after
find
that.
somebody who's over 6'2".
But then also, you talked about maybe this potentially gets rid of Christian Watson in the future too. Christian Watson is kind of Jordan Love's guy. So how involved is Jordan Love in these conversations? Because if I'm running an organization and I have a franchise quarterback like I think I have in Jordan Love, he's involved in these conversations, just like Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love and Brian Gutekunst should all be in agreement on these kind of moves.
They should be in lockstep. But again, at some point, we've seen plenty of player GMs get what they want and not have it pay off for them.
But we've also seen, we saw with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, when you get rid of somebody's guy, the quarterback's guy.
I don't know if Jordan Love demands that level of like respect in the organization.
I
yet.
don't, but I mean,
He's a respect to the franchise quarterback, but I don't know if he has the cachet of being like, I'm here, like calling the shots, like making roster decisions.
I don't want him to call the shots, but I want his input to be heard. That if he says, "Hey, me and Christian Watson have a good connection," like they did this last season when Christian Watson could stay healthy, that's incredibly important to my quarterback.
Yeah.
And my quarterback's success.
Okay. But I will
That's
say
my
if that was the case, then I think Romeo Doubs would probably still be here and Dontavian Wicks too.
Potentially.
I mean, I think at some point, if you're Goody and if you're the franchise, you have to like draw the line of like, hey, we know the guys who we think are truly like guys who are worth paying. I think Jayden Reed like is right at that threshold, kind of like you were saying. It's like this one could go either way. This could end up looking pretty stupid or pretty smart, depending on what he does this season.
If he has a good year and if he's healthy, and again, I know there's ifs here. Don't get me wrong. I know it can go either way.
I did look.
But if he has a good year, I do think that this is going to be a value contract.
And I did look. I mean, the only season where he was truly injured was last year. His rookie year, he played 16 games. The year after that, he played 17 regular season games. Last year, he only played 7 because he broke, his collarbone on that catch early in the season. And then he had the foot injury early in the year, too. So, I don't know. I think that he, at best, is still probably like your second receiver.
Can
maybe
you name
third.
the next 3 on the Packers depth chart? So we've got, obviously, Christian Watson, Jayden Reed, Matthew Golden.
Savion Williams.
Bo Melton is in there.
Bo Melton.
That's embarrassing.
Then who would be the 6th receiver?
You know what name I heard the other day for the first time in forever? Samari Toure.
Yeah.
I know he's not on the team anymore, but just crazy.
Who's the other name, Matt?
Sky Moore.
Sky Moore,
Oh, I forgot
yes,
about him.
our new kick returner.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there is third strings. We do actually have 3 more wide receivers that I have never heard of.
We'll continue to talk about the Jaden Reed news along with getting you all set for the draft tonight as the Packers pick at 52. We want to know who is your guy in this draft. You can give us names. You can give us position. We want to hear from you on the Carb Talk and text line 844-770-3776. Want to tell you about our friends over at Ruth's Chris. When you want a night out that really sizzles, head to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Whether it's a special occasion, date night, or just because you deserve it, Ruth's Chris is serving up USDA prime steaks cooked to perfection. Pair it with world-class wines, handcrafted cocktails, and that warm, welcoming service that makes every visit unforgettable. Make tonight special at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Every morning starts with questions about what's ahead.
At News 3 Now this morning, we're here to help you start your day ready and informed.
From the weather you need to plan your day,
to what's happening across our community and the 608.
And the consumer information helping you make smarter choices.
From your first cup of coffee
or your third cup to the moment you head out the door.
Wake up with Chris, Kyrie on, Josh Savannah, and Michelle Renee Quinn. News 3 Now this morning, 4:30 to 7 a.m. Weekdays, moving forward.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Any night is a great night for Pizza Hut, and they've got your next meal covered. Score a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside. Want a different vibe? Go with original pan, thin and crispy, or Chicago Tavern style. Big flavor, big savings, just $10. Whether it's game night, movie night, or just dinner tonight, this deal delivers. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Gearing up for tailgating, fireworks, festivals, and updating your home. This is an absolute season for it all. Siding Unlimited can handle the home part. Start the process by visiting Siding Unlimited at 2018 South Stoughton Road and check out our amazing showroom. Ideas will follow, and eventually you'll experience our fantastic carpenters installing new windows, siding, roofing, and doors. We do it all, and it starts by visiting our showroom or going to sidingunlimited.com.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Sauna, cold plunge, it's everywhere right now. But it's Sauna Day. This isn't a trend. It's an ancient practice that works. Heat and cold exposure are scientifically proven to improve circulation, reduce inflammation, support better sleep, and help you recover faster. At Sauna Day, we've built Wisconsin's first thermal bathhouse in downtown Madison with saunas, cold plunges, steam, and space to reset. Come try it before work, after a workout, solo, or with friends. Sauna Day, proven to raise vitality and designed to feel good.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
College has been serving South Central Wisconsin for more than 100 years. They've got 7 campuses and tons of flexible online options. They also offer hands-on training in state-of-the-art labs, championship-level athletics, and the lowest cost per credit tuition in the region. Plus, students get free end-to-end support every single step of the way. I know I got support all throughout my journey at Madison College, and it was the best experience I could have had during my education. You can learn more or schedule a tour at madisoncollege.edu. I'm Molly Brown alongside Jim. Oh my God, you are not Jim Rutledge.
Rude.
Alongside
That's
Matt
the meanest thing you've ever said
Are
to
you
me.
bald?
Jim Rutledge?
No.
I'm Molly Brown alongside Matt Hamilton. My goodness, primetime Ryan Wollersheim is behind the glass. This is Jim, Matt, Molly. So breaking news that we just had last segment, in case you missed it, wide receiver Jayden Reed and the Green Bay Packers have reached an agreement to a 3-year contract extension worth $50.25 million in new money, including $20 million guaranteed. That is according to Adam Schefter. We are reacting to that, but it leads us to our poll question, Air Society Unlimited poll question. Should the Green Bay Packers draft a wide receiver tonight? So in rounds 2 and 3, should the Green Bay Packers draft a wide receiver? Matt, what would you say?
I would say no.
You feel confident in what they had based on the depth that we just talked about?
Okay, so one, I'm still a believer in Savion Williams.
Okay.
I know it sounds crazy. I think he could be a decent role player, especially if someone goes down. I think he can be next man up and maybe not have like the drop off you would expect from a backup, right? I do think that he can be a good wide receiver. There are other positions on this squad that if you lose one player, like you're cooked at that position. That's kind of how I'm looking at it right now, because I do think if all of the Packers starters are healthy, we've got a pretty darn good squad. We've got a playoff run squad, maybe even a deep playoff run squad. Not totally sure if it's Super Bowl caliber, but you can make it out a wild card weekend. With our starters, I think they're that good. There's a couple positions though. If you lose, I don't think that we are getting out of the first round. Like a Micah Parsons. So like I would love an edge rusher. Offensive line. I don't have a huge vote of confidence from an offensive line now. And if you lose, say Zach Tom comes back too early and he's out, don't love that. So I would love an O lineman. And then corner. Like I don't think our corners they're not as good as some other teams. Like that is not our strength. I think Micah Parsons was able to make them look better than they were by forcing the ball out sooner and maybe like screwing up the timing of some quarterbacks and giving those cornerbacks an opportunity to look a little bit better than maybe they are. And without Micah Parsons, we saw what happened. And
that was with what people perceive to be a good defensive coordinator, and we have no idea what Jonathan Gannon is going into this next year.
We do not. And then, so if you lose a corner, you already don't have, like, great guys. So you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel, I feel like, with some of the depth at corner. So I would love to see a corner because I think that is where we could be, like, have a derailing injury, O-line, and edge rush. Outside of that, like, I think our safeties can hold their own. We got 2 good safeties there. I like where our linebackers are at. Again, I'm not saying we don't need depth there, and I would be perfectly fine if we got those players because they're the best available. Wide receiver is lower on my list of necessity. I would be fine with a 4th, 5th, 6th round at wide receiver.
I was going to ask you which round would you want Brian Gutekunst to pick in. So
the earliest would be the 5th. Wait till Saturday to pick a wide receiver.
Okay. Chime in on the Carbos Talking text line. We're doing a little bit of a pick your Packer, 844-770-3776, especially now with the news of Jayden Reed coming out. I feel like that changes a lot on this team and especially on this offense. Right now I'm looking at ESPN.com and I'm looking at like their mock draft for rounds 2 and 3. Right now at 52, which is what the Packers have currently. We'll see if they end up trading up or down tonight. They have Anthony Hill Jr., a linebacker out of Texas. Do either of you know anything about this guy?
I do like that he played at Texas, but no, I don't.
Longhorns.
Well, no, SEC, you're playing a lot of guys who are going to be in the NFL. Like that. Big Ten and SEC are the two college divisions that I would be like, okay, conferences that these guys know how to play football. You're playing a lot of guys who are going to the NFL. So I think, you might be a little more NFL ready playing in that role.
You'd be fine with a linebacker?
I'd be okay with a linebacker.
Okay. To me, it's hard for me to see past corner being the first thing that I want. I'm trying to scroll here, scrolling to see who, because who was the guy that I picked in my mock draft the other day out of Miami? What was his name?
Keontae Scott.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to see if he's anywhere. He's not. Did he get drafted in the first round?
There's
no
not,
way.
No.
He
might also be listed as a safety on ESPN.com. He's listed a corner or safety depending on where
I'm just looking at names, and I don't see his name in any of the picks in the second round ahead of the Green Bay Packers.
I'm at 20 CB on ESPN.
What?
It's 20th ranked cornerback?
No, 20th of currently available.
Okay.
Currently available. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just trying to see where
he could
they're
also be
predicting
seen
him
as a
getting picked.
3rd round pick. I mean, he's one of those guys. I mean, you're going to see a lot of this on day 2.
He is a little older, right?
Yes.
You said he was
I
25
believe
years
he's
old.
25.
They have him projected to go 59 to the Houston Texans. Keontae Scott.
Yeah, you'll see a bit of variance with those kind of guys. Like some mock drafts will have someone like Keontae being drafted in the 40s. Some will have it the 50s, the 60s. He might even be like a round 3 prospect for some teams. Like this is now the point where it's just truly based off what teams see as the best player and what is most valuable to them.
Right.
So, I mean, somebody like Anthony Hill Jr., the linebacker you mentioned, Molly, like for the Packers, I think that could make sense if Edgerrin Cooper wasn't on the team. But at this point, like they have Edgerrin Cooper and they just made a trade for Zaire Franklin. Like, I understand trying to shore up a position, but like when looking at the list of needs for the Packers, like
that's not one of your main ones.
No, and if he is the best player available, then maybe the best thing to do is draft out of that pick and let somebody else go get him and then add extra picks to address more of those holes you have.
So how would you feel if the Packers drafted a wide receiver tonight?
If they drafted a wide receiver, I would say he better be a stud. He better be pretty good if they're.
But are you gonna get that in the like? I mean, I know we've had Christian Watson.
It happens. Christian Watson was top of the second round too. Like at 52 overall, I don't expect the Packers to find an immediate impact player for wide receiver. I mean, Jayden Reed was kind of drafted in that range as well. I believe. I think he was looking at right now. He was the. Oh, excuse me. He was the 50th overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft.
For what it's worth, this is kind of crazy. Devontae Adams, second round in the 2014 NFL draft, 53rd overall pick.
Can happen.
I know every single draft is different. I know talent is different every single time.
The talent of this draft is supposed to be much lower than it is in most years.
So this might be me going like the Goody way RAS score. There is a wide receiver named Chris Brazel, the second. He's 6'4".
You can bring this up with Jason Wilde. Like, I'm not kidding. Bring this up with Jason Wilde next when we talk to him because that is who Jason had mocked to his own mock draft, right?
If you were going to take a guy, that is the size of wide receiver I would like to see. Don't give me another slot receiver, Goody. I love like a guy who's 6'4" and can moss people.
All right. Well, you can talk with Jason Wilde about that next. This is Jim, Matt, Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, a WBA award finalist for Wisconsin's best radio show.
Maybe, can I get a Molly was right? Like, literally.
Molly was right.
Thank you.
I thought we had like a liner. Yeah.
No. We should get one. That should be the liner. That is going to be the liner moving forward.
Yeah,
okay,
with
thank
all
you.
of my enthusiasm, I threw into that one.
Exactly.
I can give you a better one. Molly was right!
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton is Madison's custom jewelry. They are Madison's family-owned jewelry. Whether you go to the Madison or Middleton location, you're going to run into either Garrett, Devin, Ruth, or Scott Chalmers, and you're going to have an opportunity to work with one of their great custom jewelers. So if you're looking for a custom piece of jewelry and you want to make sure it's the best in the area, go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise. From our family to yours, roofing, windows, siding, gutters, and doors. Your solution-based company, community strong, and service that will please. Get a free estimate today. The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Here's the thing. Buying jewelry should feel good. Not rushed, not pressured, and definitely not final if it's not right. That's why at Condon Jewelers you can exchange your purchase so you actually end up with what you really want. And when it comes to value, Condon Jewelers offers some of the best prices in the area without sacrificing quality, service, or trust. So whether you're celebrating a big moment or just treating yourself, you can shop confidently knowing they've got your back. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
As a single mom, I questioned college. I worried about having enough time and support, but I'm so glad that I didn't let that stop me. Once I started at Madison College, I realized I can do this. I'm really proud of myself. My instructors truly care about my success, and I have a community of support. My advice to other single moms, do this for you. There's more to your story at Madison College. Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code VALUE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code VALUE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code VALUE to borrow up to $10,000.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Jason Wilde on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by News 3 Now. Jason Wilde, the best green and gold coverage from the best in the business.
Jason, can I ask of you?
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Yeah. This has been the best segment I've ever done on this show, and I've really done very little.
Molly said it best. I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
I love Matt Hamilton. You are 1,000,000% right, Jim. That should be a drop, too.
Thank you.
Dynamite drop in, right, guy.
Thank you.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, and we are delighted to be joined by Jason Wilde. He joins us now on the Yuengling Guest Hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America and now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. Jason, I would love to ask you a question, but Matt is ready to play a game with you.
Yep, rapid fire, Jason. Are you ready?
No. Well, first, before we start, hey, Wooly, is the show going to end while I'm still talking in the segment, or do we have a normal, situation today?
Yeah, unfortunately, Brewers pre-game is coming up in 5 minutes, so this is going to be a really rapid-fire interview for you, Jason.
Pre-game. Okay, well, let's make it quick, Hamilton.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, it's a hot dog.
Okay. Bidet or toilet?
Moist wipes.
Ew.
Okay.
You can't even flush those.
That's true. That's
sure
weird.
You can.
No, you're
You
not
gotta
supposed
both
to.
flush the ones?
Flushing.
Jason just tucked the ball and ran it instead of throwing. That
Exactly.
just completely broke the rules of the game.
Okay, last one. Fair or foul? Your packages are dropped off at the mailbox.
I'm fine with that. We had the FedEx guy crash into our mailbox, though, when it was icy. That I was not thrilled with.
All right, fair enough. Molly, those are my 3 rapid fire. I give him a C+.
I mean, I thought you were going to at least ask a football question in there, but I guess not. Jason, obviously the biggest news of right now that we were not expecting was the Jayden Reed signing to the Packers, a 3-year deal worth $50.25 million, I believe it was. Wait, are you joking?
What?
This is news to you, too?
Are you joking or are you being serious?
Jayden Reed signed an extension?
Yep, 3 years.
What? And we led with a rapid-fire question about a bidet or wiping your butt?
Well, I never asked about wiping your butt. That was your cherry on top.
You did, but you don't go to the bat. Look, you're the European traveler.
Yeah.
So you know more than I. I thought a bidet was a cleanup mechanism.
It is. It's
okay,
fair.
then what is? So then why would you say toilet or bidet? Because that's not really a choice.
Well, I'll get into it with you sometime later. We actually have real news. So
Pause. Matt was very excited today. He came into the office asking every single person, literally everybody in this office, if they have ever used a bidet, because he is doing a bathroom remodel and he shopped for a bidet and he convinced his wife to be able to buy one.
Yeah, because they're the best.
Wow, congratulations. That's a big win.
It was a big win.
Yes, I did know about the contract. I was just messing with you.
I was very concerned. I was like, wait, did we just break news to Jason?
Cool if we could have broke news to Jason.
It would have been cool.
Well, yeah, but you weren't. I mean, Schefter broke the news because Drew Rosenhaus is his guy, so he had it first.
Let me rephrase. It would have been really nice to know something about the Packers before you did.
Oh, okay. I'll get on board with that. Okay, but you didn't.
Were you surprised by this at all, Jason? This move?
No, I wasn't. I was actually arguing with Wooly. Not about the fact that he hung me out to dry the last time I was on the program,
Brutal.
But rather about the fact that I think this is an incredible bargain. Like $20 million guaranteed, an average below 20. Like I just, and remember this is an extension, so he gets $50 million in new money in those 3 years. But like the final year of his rookie deal still is his base salary for this year. So, like, they have him for 4 years now. And so if you include this year into that average, it's even cheaper. So I'm sorry. I love Jayden Reed. I think he's made of the right stuff. I think he's super mature, which not all football players are. I think he plays through stuff. He couldn't play through a broken collarbone, but, as you guys remember, before he broke his collarbone, dude was playing with a Jones fracture in his foot, and a bunch of people called me a liar and told me that I was making a story up. And I feel like since it was the guy whose foot it was, I had a pretty good source. I just like everything about him. And Wooly thinks it's a little too much to spend on a slot receiver, but I think the slot is an important position in today's NFL. And Cooper Kupp played a hell of a lot of slot, and he was like a Super Bowl MVP. So I think this is a great deal for the Packers. In fact, my question, is I wonder if Jayden Reed, after what he went through last season with the broken collarbone and the Jones fracture in his foot, and on top of that, he played banged up all year in 2024. I really wonder if he took less so he could have some financial security. Like,
Right.
he's just a really smart, really good football player. He's one of those guys that when somebody, they say this about Micah Hyde too. He's just a football player. I just think that's such a phenomenal compliment, and that's him. He is just a football player.
How do you kind of see this move shaking up the wide receiver room for the Packers? I mean, obviously with the draft, is there potential that they're still going to draft a wide receiver? Does this affect Christian Watson's longevity with the team?
Should he be nervous?
Yeah, those are all good questions. I would say this. Obviously Christian Watson is a different type of receiver for one.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't do the same thing. They did not sign. They're not going to sign two guys to do exactly the same thing. But at the same time, I think they can probably afford to sign both. Now, I'll be curious, after what Christian Watson has endured, does he have any measure of interest in signing early for considerably less than he could make on the open market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's always, I learned that very early in my career. The give and take of this is obviously very simple. Are you willing to risk it and play in a contract year and break the bank, or do you want to get some measure of security but give up some of your earning power by taking the safe route? I look back on now this guy didn't want to do it this way, but he did and was phenomenal. He did not do it for his second contract. He signed an extension late in the 2017 season, and that's Devontae Adams. Now, I stand by my argument that they should have never, ever, ever lowballed him in 2021, and they should have gotten him signed to an extension before training camp started. But you guys remember what he did in 2020 and 2021. Though that's hard to do with the specter of being a free agent hanging over you. So can they get Christian Watson, who came back from an ACL last year, who's had those hamstring issues, who left the stadium in Denver in an ambulance when we thought he'd suffered a pretty major chest injury? Does he want to take the chance or not? If he doesn't want to take a chance, and they can get him for a bargain like they did a year ago, right, on that kind of half measure, you're still on the physically unable to perform list, but we're going to pay you anyway contract, I think they should be working on his deal next. What it means for tonight, I think my prediction that they were going to draft Chris Brazzell is
6'4",
probably not going to
200
come
pounds,
to
2 bills.
fruition. Yeah, look, the guy led the SEC in receiving. The guy's a really good player. You can debate whether or not the Packers would have drafted him if this hadn't happened, but I would think it's not going to happen now. But before this news broke from NFL insider Matt Hamilton, who hopefully doesn't do any sort of malfeasance to get his scoops, I would say that I would say that I felt a little more like, well, maybe they do have to draft somebody because they had two guys going into the final year of their contract, and they have two guys from last year's draft. That's basically, and Bo Melton, who they keep trying to play corner and everything else. So I think it's less likely. I think they'll still pick a wide receiver during the course of the next 2 days, but I would be surprised now if it would be tonight.
Yeah, same with me. And honestly, I'd prefer it not be tonight. And
I will let Goody know that that's how you feel.
Yeah, and tell him an owner says that. So maybe he'll take that into account. Jason, with the draft tonight, Goody, he said he's going to take best player available. And I know that can mean best player available for the positions that you really need. Potentially, where do you think the most logical position of need would be for the Packers?
Well, I think the number one is corner, and even Goody had to acknowledge that, right? He wouldn't. He tried to kind of sell us on, I really feel good about our top three with Keyshawn Nixon, Carrington Valentine, and Benjamin St. Juste. But we need to add numbers there. That was the phrase he used. Yeah, it's not just numbers. You have other guys that play the position. They're just either inexperienced, injured, or not very good. So I'm not. That to me is the number one most glaring position of need. After that, again, I think there's a defensive tackle that makes sense from Texas Tech. There's offensive linemen that are still on the board, like the Culver's guy, Dunker.
That's Matt's guy.
Because he looks like Matt, except his mullet is red.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a gold medal. But I just all three of those positions, if they make two selections tonight, as we all expect them to make, I would be shocked if they don't pick two of those three positions, only because if they factor need into the equation, those three positions make all kinds of sense.
Jason, not Packers related, but NFL draft related. Does the Ty Simpson, Matthew Stafford, Rams situation kind of give you Aaron Rodgers, Packers, Jordan Love vibes?
Maybe. I would say this, like, I think Matthew Stafford's at a different point in his career when this is happening, right? There's been some question about whether he was going to retire or not, and he's had some injury struggles of his own. It reminds me more of Favre Rodgers than Rodgers Love, including the fact that they actually communicated to Stafford that they were picking Ty Simpson, which did not happen for Aaron Rodgers. This is a big pet peeve of mine. These folks that want to say, the best way to develop a quarterback is the Packers way. Let him sit for multiple years. But they always leave out the part that all these other teams, they don't have back-to-back Hall of Famers that allowed them to do it. Like, Rodgers was allowed to sit for 3 years because Brett Favre was still playing at a high level. Jordan Love sat for 3 years because Aaron Rodgers was still playing at a high level, won back-to-back MVPs. And, like, if most teams, they don't have that luxury. Like, their quarterback generally sucks, and their team most likely sucks, right? That's why they're picking high enough to take a quarterback. So I just found that to be ridiculous that there were, it's the Packer way. It just doesn't make sense to me. But this one does, because this is the closest there is to the Packer way, right? Because Matthew Stafford's going to the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he'll be on the first ballot, but now that he's won a Super Bowl and led a team to a Super Bowl championship and had a second act with the Rams that's been really good.
And won an MVP last year?
Yep.
Right. So I think he's, now the question that I have for Les Snead and for Sean McVay and, frankly, for Matthew Stafford, too, is how much longer do they think he's going to play? Like, if he's going to play I don't think you have to do 3 years, right? I think Rodgers would have been ready in 2007. I don't think Love was ready in 22. I think it worked out better for Love that it was 3 years. I think Rodgers could have played in 2. But everything I've seen about Homer Simpson is that he needs time. And the worst thing that can happen here...
Homer Simpson?
Yeah, I wanted to see if you guys were listening.
That caught our attention.
Okay, good. That's what I'm glad. I'm glad we're all on the same page. The one thing I'm curious about, and the one thing that I think could be, I don't want to say catastrophic, but problematic, is if Matthew Stafford gets hurt and Ty Simpson has to play. Like, he has to start 8 games, next season. And I'm not the only one with this opinion. There are much more educated people who have watched him play more than I have, but my understanding is picking him where they did was because they believe he is their quarterback of the future and not the quarterback of the present. And, if they have a Aaron Rodgers type deal where he breaks his collarbone, the 2 times that Rodgers broke his collarbone, the Packers did not have Jordan Love as the guy waiting in the wings. So it was other guys that struggled in his place. I would hate to see Simpson have to play this year, and because I think it could go really poorly for him.
Yeah.
Jason, the Packers have 8 picks coming up in this draft. Do you think they're going to trade out of any positions to acquire more picks or move up? And when would you expect those kind of like moves to happen?
Well, I know that they've had conversations about that already. Goody mentioned that last night about that they've talked about moving up or moving down. Teams called during the course of the week. How that works is, you're kind of targeting places in the draft, and if you have, say Matt's the general manager of one team and Molly is the general manager for another, and Matt's got a player he really likes, this former offensive lineman who's really slimmed down and now plays tight end, Ryan Wollersheim, and he's targeting him in the third round, and he doesn't think Woolie's going to stay on the board until he picks. He's calling Molly earlier in the week, who's got to pick 10 picks earlier, and saying, hey, what would it take for us to come up? We got a guy that we really like, and we don't think he's going to get to us. And then Molly says, well, if you want to move up in the third round to take whoever it is, because they wouldn't tell who, it's going to cost you a fifth, or we'll take your sixth, or we'll take a seventh this year and a seventh next year, whatever. So they have that kind of parameter if it comes to fruition. Right. So I think that's kind of how those conversations go. Look, is there a chance there could be a guy that they really like that is they don't think is going to get to 52, and they feel like they have to go up to get him and can't afford to be patient? Yeah, I think that's possible. Is it also possible, and Goody said this, he thinks they can stick at 52 and pick, that he doesn't think he's going to have to trade up to get anybody. But what if it goes a different way, and there are multiple guys that go, and he's sitting there that go unexpectedly, and he's sitting there going, all right, I'm supposed to pick at 52, and I've got 6 guys that I'd be happy to take at 52, so I'm going to trade back 4 spots, and then I'll just take whoever's left because I like them all.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That way, and then he gets an extra pick out of the deal. So I can see both those things happening. If I had to predict, I think he's more likely to go back. He made it very clear he wants more picks than the 8 picks he's got. But again, it takes 2 to tango, and somebody's got to want that pick to be willing to give up something to go up there.
Right.
Jason, last question that I have for you. Somebody chimed in on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, Cal. He said, insider speaking, Mike Washington will be the pick for round 2. That is a running back out of Arkansas. Have you heard anything about this? Because that seems crazy.
No, I don't think it's crazy. I mean, first of all, he's a good player. Second of all, Josh Jacobs is probably, I want Josh Jacobs to stay a long time. He's great to me in terms of me doing my job. Mm-hmm. I think he's unbelievable for their locker room. And I think he's a damn good football player. He ran for 400 fewer yards last year than he did the previous year, not because of him, because he played through injury and because his offensive line didn't play well. But they have no backup. You cannot count on Marshawn Lloyd to be that guy. Nope. He's played in 1 out of a possible 36 games. And so... And they I still don't understand why they let Emmanuel Wilson walk, and it was for pennies. Wilson got $2 million on a 1-year deal from the Seahawks, and they have 9 different guys that are vying to replace Kenneth Walker III. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he was priced out of Green Bay. This running back, he came on a visit, and we all know that the 30 visits that the Packers are allotted. They oftentimes those guys end up being Packers, including Matthew Golden, including Christian Watson, Edger and Cooper. So that does not. Now I don't know who this insider is and what the hell he's wasting time in your YouTube chat. But I mean,
this is where news gets broken. That's what I thought we were doing for you.
When news breaks, Matt Hamilton fixes it. I don't think that's outlandish at all. And whoever Cal is, if that's a Goody burner account or whatever it is,
I wish. It'd be so funny if it was
amazing.
It could be Baron Sorrell's dad because he was infiltrating our, but he didn't really hide it. His name is. His handle was Barry Sorrell.
I thought it was going to be Baron Sorrell's dad. Go back up.
Yeah. So anyway, I won't be surprised at all if they take it.
Interesting. Well, thank you, Jason. We hope that you enjoy round 2 and 3 of the NFL draft and beyond this weekend, and appreciate all your insight.
Awesome stuff.
Of course.
I didn't want to say awesome stuff.
Jim.
I wanted to for
Thank
Jim.
You, Jim.
Thanks, Jason.
Jim. All right,
Jim
guys,
Rutledge.
take care. Be good.
That was Jason Wilde on the Yingling guest hotline. We've got plenty to get into. I kind of want to talk about running backs now because honestly, I didn't think that was a legit thing that the Packers could go after.
Hey, we got Pick Your Packer coming up next.
We do have Pick Your Packer, so chime in with who you would pick for the Green Bay Packers to draft at number 52.
Jennings Dunker.
The rest of this draft. Chime in with either the name or the position. We want to hear from you on the Carlos Talking text line 844-770-3776. That is all coming up next. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Jennings Dunker.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I didn't have braces.
That is such a dad thing to say. But moms know that if your daughter has messed up teeth, it's going to lead to a lifetime of problems
But what's
for her.
messed up teeth? I don't think I have messed up teeth.
Is that what your mom told you?
You're perfect just the way you are.
Save
Little
herself
guy.
$5,000.
You don't need straight teeth.
Orthodontics is a racket.
Smiles are like fingerprints.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by The Jump Around. Don't miss new episodes of this exclusive digital show talking all things Wisconsin sports. New episodes debut Thursdays at 12:30, streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. All eyes are on the 2026 NFL Draft in Pittsburgh, and according to ESPN NFL Draft expert Mel Kiper Jr. in his recent appearance on Wilde and Tausch, there's at least one Wisconsin Badgers player who expects to hear his name called this weekend.
Mason Reiger can play. I mean, when you can play at that level and you can get after the quarterback and you do the job after the season was over, you do everything the right way. I think he's the kind of kid you get into the fourth round area there. We're going to be talking a lot, I think, about him early day 3.
Wisconsin weather is unpredictable. Your window shouldn't be. Upgrade with Pella and get 0% interest until 2030. Order by April 30th at PellaWI.com.
Take it home this April at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. $300,000 is on the line, and you're at bat to win your share. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Plus, your April drawing entries all count toward another prize drawing in June. It's the Base Race Game Show. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Meet Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Hey, Madison, it's Rich Eisen. Join me for The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays noon to 2, right here on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports and Update brought to you by ESPN Wisconsin Draft Night. Catch local coverage of the 2026 NFL Draft with reactions, insights, and analysis of how all the biggest selections impact the Green Bay Packers. Coverage kicks off tonight at 6 o'clock on 100.5 ESPN and streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. And then now this afternoon, breaking news happening on ESPN Madison, presented by the Metro family of auto dealers. The Packers and wide receiver Jayden Reed have agreed to a 3-year contract extension worth $50.25 million in new money, including $20 million guaranteed. Jason Wilde appeared on Jim, Matt, and Molly just a few moments ago. He feels this new deal for the Packers wide receiver is a heck of a bargain.
I think this is an incredible bargain. Like $20 million guaranteed, an average below 20. Like and remember, this is an extension, so he gets $50 million in new money in those 3 years. But like the final year of his rookie deal still is his base salary for this year. So like they have him for 4 years now, and so if you include this year into that average, it's even cheaper.
Listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on
right.
Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
All right. It's going to stress me out.
This is going to be very quick, as close to binary as I can, all right? Sweet or salty?
Salty.
Morning person or night person?
Morning.
No more coffee or no more alcohol? That one's easy.
Coffee. Oh, I mean, well, you know what I mean. Like, I picked coffee.
All right.
Couldn't read the defense. You got sacked.
Is pineapple on pizza good or bad?
Good.
Sacked. Sacked again.
I've never had it before.
Incomplete.
I've never had it. I'm sweating.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Molly Brown.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I'm Molly Brown alongside Matt Hamilton shaking his head at me. Primetime Ryan Wollersheim is behind the glass. Guys, if the mountains are blue, we are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush a Coors Light.
Why are you shaking your head? My it is wasn't good enough?
No, it wasn't.
I'm sorry. It's like, so I'm in like a weird spot because I don't want to be Jim. Okay?
Yeah.
Who
Jim
does,
Rutledge?
right? Just kidding. That was mean.
It's like our show thing. Even though Jim does it, I
Yeah.
don't think it's a Jim thing. Because he doesn't do it on his other shows, does he?
No,
Yeah,
but like
it's a JMM thing.
But that's like his intro. It's not my intro. So
Well,
like,
you're still stealing it by saying it is.
True,
You
so,
can
like-
come up with something new then.
exactly. So I need to like brainstorm something, especially considering like summer's coming up. Jim's camping a lot. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the one leading the show.
We'll have a lot
I
of
gotta,
Fridays.
Yeah,
Me and you.
exactly. So like I gotta figure out like my new open.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Okay. Well, then that's why I shook my head then.
Okay,
Since you
perfect.
didn't go full in on the Jim, Matt, and Molly Jim rendition of it.
Yeah.
You didn't make it enough your own.
Yeah. So I gotta figure out my own thing. But if you want to, you can
Wubba
chime in.
lubba dub dub.
What did you just say?
It's a Rick and Morty thing. Wubba lubba dub dub.
No, thank you. That
No,
will
thanks.
not be mine.
It's just an idea.
Madison! It is Jim, Matt, Molly. Wait, then I'm still saying
Now
it
you're
is.
doing it.
This is Jim, Matt, Molly.
When you used to do Sports Center updates, how did you introduce it?
Good morning, Madison. I'm Molly Brown. This is your Sports Center update.
Good afternoon, Madison.
I
You're
went
listening
to-
to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Good afternoon, Madison. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Like it's a
Molly
sport-
Brown
like
alongside.
it's a new show.
I should just do it like Sports Center.
All right, can I propose another one
Please
for you?
do.
In honor of
I am all ears.
In honor of Jayden Reed just getting his new extension from the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Can you just open the show every time with
Packers to the bowl, bro.
Packers to
the bowl, bruh.
Packers to the
I
bowl.
don't know how we
bruh.
make this into like a Jim, Matt, and Molly thing, though. That's the tough part.
Jim, Matt, and Molly to the bowl, bruh.
Packers to the bowl, bro.
That's right. We'll workshop it. We can workshop it.
His
Do you guys
Instagram
remember
is
that, by the way, when he
Yes.
did that?
He was so high off of whatever
Yeah, was
medication
he-
that they gave him at
was
the
it like
hospital. That's when he had his collarbone
Yep,
and
that was
foot
just after
surgery.
his surgery. Yes,
Didn't he have both done at the same time?
Double surgery, yes.
That is such a question too. Actually, I know
mean,
we got to
if
get
you
into.
had to have 2 surgeries, just to have a
Knock
surgery.
him out.
Well,
Yeah,
100%. I am in full agreement with that. But now that I'm thinking about this, and I've never thought about this, and I know we got to get into pick your packer, but I'm genuinely curious. The collarbone doctor cannot be the same as the foot doctor, right? So do they bring in two doctors?
Well, I think surgeons, if you're like someone who fixes broken bones.
I mean, I guess I have seen Grey's Anatomy where like you do go into like general
leg,
surgery.
you go to an orthopedic surgeon. Like Jen would help you. But if you broke your collarbone, Jen could help you, but she's not the one who would do the surgery.
What's the name of a collarbone doctor?
It's probably not collarbone,
Clavicle.
but it's probably more of like
that seems very specific.
torso bones.
Upper body area.
Well, even shoulders, that gets into orthopedics as well.
That's probably it
That's
then.
gotta be
Orthopedic
ortho.
surgeon.
It's
That's
gotta-
an that's an
so that's who
orthopedic
Jen
surgeon.
works
But
with.
then that's
Okay,
your
for
feet
sure.
too. That's your feet.
That's
okay.
Or unless it's a
That's
podiatrist.
a podiatrist.
You know what? Text your wife and ask her.
Well, so they have like a doctor who specializes in like ankle and foot.
Okay.
And then the one she works with specializes in knees and hips.
Okay.
And then
Head,
there's elbows
shoulder,
and
knees and
shoulders
toes, knees
for
and
the other
toes.
for another doctor. So like they're all orthopedic surgeons, but again, they're more extremities. I don't know who would do a collarbone.
I don't know either, but you can text
No.
your wife on the side and ask her, and you can report back because I'm just genuinely curious about that now. But it is time to get into Pick Your Packer.
Nice.
Who's up next to wear the green and gold?
Gotta make things
Roger Goodell with Green Bay's pick.
The Green Bay Packers select.
It's time to pick
The Green Bay Packers select.
your Packer.
All right, Matt, Molly, you guys want to start us off? Who do you want the Packers to pick? Just in general, if you have an absolute draft crush, but specifically in round 2. Matt, start with you. Who do you want the Packers to get at 52 if they end up picking there?
With the 52nd overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Jennings Dunker.
Jennings Dunker.
Also, the fact that his name is not spelled Jennings, Jennings, Gennings,
Jennings Dunker.
bothers me.
I don't know why that bothers you. There's so many
Because it's
weird
just an ugly way to spell it.
of names nowadays.
But he's an Iowa Hawkeye, Molly.
He is an Iowa
That's your
Hawkeye.
second team.
The pre-draft analysis. Dunker is an outstanding zone blocker. He can reach and drive out edge defenders, and he scoops backside defensive tackles. Dunker takes sound angles and stays on track when working to the second level. In pass protection, he sinks his hips and anchors well and works his hands inside, locking into the defender's frame.
Okay.
He lined up a tackle for most of his career, but might be best suited to move inside to guard in the NFL. There's his pre-draft analysis.
I like that too because that's used to be where the Packers made their bread and butter. Taking guys who were tackles in college
And
moving
moving
them
them to
inside.
guard.
Yeah, that's how
Well-
like Josh Sitton was great. Zach Tom is an example of that, though he ended up playing tackle, but he's played guard, he's played center, he's played everywhere on the offensive line. It doesn't sound like Dunker has like true every position versatility, but like played tackle in college at a very high level. Bump him inside to be a really effective, like above average guard. That'd be great. That's what they need too.
I was going to say,
Interior.
especially with the way that
Yeah,
Brian
interior.
Gutekunst structures this offensive line and hoping that you can just kind of makeshift is what it feels
And
like
you
the last
might
couple
even
years.
have a chance to like let him work into the role. Like we have 5 guys right now that are fine. Jennings can certainly overtake them, but I like a spot where, you know, this is definitely adding depth. Whether he goes straight into the starting rotation and you move someone out, or he's somebody that can be worked in later in the season. I think it's a good fit. He's obviously already crushing Culver's, so like get the guy to Wisconsin.
I'm pretty sure there's Culver's in Iowa.
Oh, there is, but like it started here. Like,
Yes.
wouldn't you want to go to the home of Culver's?
And there's a lot of Packers fans in Iowa too. Like there's a lot of synchronicity there.
It is.
I don't
You're
think that's a word.
either a Vikings fan, you're either a Vikings
Synchronicity.
fan, a Packers fan, or a Chiefs fan, essentially, in the state of Iowa. That is kind of how
no
it goes.
Bears.
I mean, maybe on like the eastern side by like
Right.
Davenport
Yeah.
and the Quad Cities, but I don't really have family over there, so I don't really know that aspect. All my family in Iowa is Minnesota Viking fans, unfortunately. Now that was going to be
How
my
did you become a Packer fan?
because I'm from
Oh
Wisconsin.
yeah, that's right. Okay.
I'm the only person in my entire family born in Wisconsin.
So which Iowa Hawkeye would you like the Packers to take, Molly?
I literally, you could tell me 10 names, and 9 of them could be fake names, and I would believe you that they're in the draft this year. Like, I don't
Jennings
know.
Dunker.
Yeah, if we'd have said Jennings Dunker, you'd have been like,
That's a fake name.
that's
Yeah,
a fake
exactly.
name.
I was
Jennings
like, what?
Dunker.
Jennings
Does this guy
with a
work
G.
for does he have an endorsement with like Dunkin' Donuts? Like what's going on? But my question to you was like, do you see him being a starter? I think you answered
he
it
is
before,
somebody
but
who could make a year one impact, whether that's week 1 or week 8. That is up in the air, but seems like a guy that can play ball.
Do you think they need that? Someone who can step in and be a week 1 contributor?
I think
starter?
they do with the risk of injury at the offensive line position. We know what happens when the offensive line breaks down. Like
But do you need someone who can come in and start week 1 on the offensive line?
I think you can get by.
I said you can get away with a couple weeks and letting him like kind of get his feet wet and get his like the momentum going. But so like yes and no. I would like if the Packers took Dunker, I would expect him to be a starter by like week 10.
Okay. That'd be nice.
Okay, so I'm going to stick with my OG. I'm going to stick with my OG position and my OG guy. One, because I just kind of want to be right that my mock draft is what the Packers actually do. So I'm picking Keontae Scott as my pick your Packer. And if you want me to give a little on him, there is no better blitzing cornerback in this draft than Scott, and he might be one of the NFL's best as soon as he puts on, let's say, a Packers helmet. They have him going to the Texans, like I said before in the show. He also has 4.33 speed at 5'11", don't love the height, and 191 pounds, making him an option to play inside or outside in the NFL. Honestly, I think I just like the versatility.
And I do think 5'11" is like an average height for a corner in the NFL.
I think it is too.
For
I mean,
a
what,
nickelback,
Jair?
like he's more of the nickelback, kind of the Javon Bullard position
Okay.
too. So that fits.
Okay. Yeah, so I like him. I think that this cornerback room is probably the highest on my list for concern. So that's why I am picking him. Ryan, who do you have?
So the guy I would pick is also a DB, but more of a true boundary corner player. This is a guy that a lot of people thought was definitely going to be a first-round pick, but he has fallen so far to the second round. Second round hasn't started yet, but if this guy is still on the board at 52, I think the Packers should take a big risk on him. His name's Jermod McCoy.
Yeah.
He's the Tennessee cornerback who is only 20. He's about to turn 21, actually. He's extremely young.
But he's coming off that ACL.
He's coming off
in
an
January.
entire year that he did not play football because he tore his ACL, and now there's a bit of concern about his recovery with that ACL right now, which is
don't
why
love
he's
that.
fallen so much. But
There's no
I
way the
understand.
Packers do that.
I understand. But if he were to fall to 52, like this is a guy who Dane Brugler of The Athletic, his takeaway about him is that he needs to hone his discipline to hold up versus NFL competition, but he's a twitchy mover with spatial instincts and ball skills to create plays and coverage. If there are no concerns with his knee, he should be an early NFL starter as a rookie. Like that's exactly what the Packers need. And at 52, honestly, I know they have a lot of holes they need to fill, but take a swing on a guy like this, because if it hits, it's a massive get for them. It's exactly what they need.
I just can't imagine that the Packers training staff would risk it with
know.
somebody like that.
It's a big question.
You
Is
might
it
be
possible
right.
for him to drop to 84? That's too much.
That's
That'd
probably
be
too much.
crazy.
But value-wise,
Same.
Ryan makes a good point. This guy was graded by ESPN as like overall 16th best in this draft.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to go middle of the first according to ESPN. And
he was graded that way after not playing all of last season, too.
Okay.
Now, it is a big question of just the guy hasn't played football in a year. Like,
Why did he not play last season? You
tore
might
his
have said.
ACL.
Oh, no,
tore
I
his
thought you said that he
ACL
tore
in
it in
January
January.
25.
That's how long. Yeah,
January
it's
2025.
It's been a
Oh,
long
I see.
recovery, is the thing.
Yeah.
But again, I understand, like, if you're him, take your time coming back. If you already are being touted as a guy who could be an NFL and even a first-round guy,
Well, see,
why would
I
you
will
risk
say-
the
I'll say
injury
this,
coming
Matt.
back from
I'll say-
Tennessee?
Well, the question wasn't whether he would come back like last season. Like, if you tear your ACL in January, the odds of you being to come back, like, to play that season are extremely low.
Right.
But the question now is, like, it seems like, based off of, like, a lot of the rumors that are coming out of the Combine, is that, like, teams are still worried about his, like, recovery at the Combine. So it's almost like over a year later, teams are still like, how's that knee look right now?
Right.
Because we're not totally sure how it looks. And I also don't think he
So
tested
you
at the
would want to
Combine.
take a shot on a guy like that with our first pick in this draft?
Just given the fact that, it's 52
The value's
overall.
there. If he turns out to be fine, the
thing is,
you're a genius.
I do not expect them to be able to get, like, the odds of them getting an impact starter at 52 anyways are probably like 15, 20%. So
Yep.
it's like, honestly, why not take a risk on the highest upside guy at that point? Like, he did participate at his pro day, so at the very least he's, like, moving, but he just didn't participate at the Combine, which is when teams are going to get nervous, understandably. But honestly, man, 52 overall. If he falls all the way there, I'm good with it.
Didn't you say someone broke their leg at the combine this year?
Caleb Banks, the guy who the Vikings drafted, broke his foot after missing most of his final season at Florida. So,
love to hear that.
That's the thing, though. Sometimes you take swings on these guys who come out with injury concerns, and if they can stay healthy, it is a massive get for a team. The one I think of a lot of times is the Cowboys linebacker, Jalen Smith, who didn't play like his entire rookie season for the Cowboys because he had torn his ACL in his final game in college. And then once he started playing, he was like Edgerrin Cooper. He was like the original version of Edgerrin Cooper. Like, you take a swing on someone like that in the second round and you get that level of hit, like, it's awesome. It makes you, I mean, Goody would look really smart if it works, though I kind of agree with Molly that just does not look like Goody's MO.
We've still got lots to get into. Molly's game, pole dancing, and we need to get into your picks for the Green Bay Packers. Text in on the Carbos Talking text line with those picks, 844-770-3776. We will do all of that. Still to come on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
This is Robin Bryden from the depths of Scotland, and you're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
J&K Security Solutions, locally owned, veteran-owned, family-owned, and they will help you protect your home or business from anywhere in the world with commercial fire protection and home security, along with business security. J&K Security Solutions is your local provider for what you need for your business and your home.
For over a century, one family has helped generations move forward. Christofferson Moving and Storage. They've built a legacy of trust, celebrating 120 years in 2026. With transparent, upfront pricing, highly trained professional crews, and flexible services designed around you, they protect your home and belongings with expert care and clear communication every step of the way. Let them handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on what's next. Christofferson Moving and Storage. Your best move since 1906. Get your complimentary quote at ChristoffersonMoving.com.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code THRIVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code THRIVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code THRIVE to borrow up to $10,000.
Trent here from Canopy Wealth Management. We're often asked, when's the right time to work with a financial advisor? The answer is always simple. Now. Whether you're building wealth, nearing retirement, or already retired, the Canopy team can help you gain clarity around your goals, resources, and path to financial independence. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's our promise. Get started at canopy-wealth.com.
Paid for by Canopy Wealth Management. Canopy Wealth Management is registered as an investment advisor with the SEC.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison is throwing a block party that lasts all month long, and you're on the guest list. Sing for your chance to win one of the five $500 cash prizes given out every Friday in April during our cash karaoke. Then on Saturday, April 25th, one grand prize winner will take home $20,000 in cash, while 32 other winners will each receive $1,000. That's $52,000 in cash prizes in our block party finale. It's your time to party. Join the celebration all month at
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Discover the all-new TPC Wisconsin, Madison's premier destination for families, women, and golfers of all levels. Fresh off a stunning $30 million transformation, TPC Wisconsin offers more than championship golf. Enjoy a welcoming community with tennis, pickleball, a world-class golf academy, swimming, fitness, and family-friendly activities all year long. Experience the newest TPC golf club in the world right here in Madison. Visit tpcwisconsin.com to explore memberships and schedule your tour today.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Why are you clapping?
37 minutes till the draft starts.
Why can we? That's a question I have. This is Jim, Matt, Molly. I'm Molly Brown alongside Matt Hamilton, and Ryan Wollersheim is behind the glass. Why does the NFL draft start earlier on Friday?
Because there's 2 rounds.
I mean, I get it, but like, does it still go the same length of time? Like, I feel like people pick faster in these rounds.
It takes longer because there's just, it's 64 players to get through now.
Like,
even if they're going faster,
the pageantry of it yesterday. There's so many commercials. Like, honestly, the picks were in pretty quick yesterday.
The picks were in really quick. Ryan, you were actually saying a stat that you saw was that the draft ended early. Like,
I think it was 2 hours and 45 minutes this year to get through the entire first round. I looked at it. It said, I saw somewhere that it was like the average for the first round in the past 5 years was like 3.5 hours. I loved it. I loved it just flying by last night.
It did. And
it felt great.
And then there was moves, there's trades being made.
There was a lot of trades.
I missed all that exciting stuff.
A lot of trades at the end of the first round.
Kind of a random.
Not at the end of the first round, in the beginning.
I guess there's a lot of trades throughout. The end, I feel like there's a lot of teams jostling around, like kind of moving up, moving back one spot here or there. Like,
were we watching the same draft? I don't think there was.
All right, I'll be honest. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, because I started watching, like I said, at pick 21 with the Pittsburgh Steelers,
9
and then
through
after
13 were all moves. But yeah, no, there was 27 to 31 were all moved.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Because that's
then.
the thing is when it's happening that late in the round, it's that late at the
They don't even care.
They barely advertise it, yeah, because they're trying to keep up and make sure. All right, here's the guy the Houston Texans just picked. Like, all right, oh, by the way, the Lions and da-da-da made a trade.
Interesting.
The Lions and da-da-da didn't actually make a trade last night, but
Da-da-da.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, we know what you mean. We got to get into Molly's game. But remember, hold on. Sorry, I forgot. Reset the stage here. We are taking your pick your Packer. So chime in with whatever position you would like to see the Green Bay Packers take. Or if you have a specific player in mind, we would love to hear from you. 844-770-3776. You can chime in on the Carpet Stock and text line or on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. We have a couple texts and comments rolling in on the stream as well. Matt, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, this is just a weird stat. 1/4 of the NFL has not drafted yet. There's 8 teams right now that have yet to make a draft pick.
Interesting. I'm surprised that it's that many, actually.
And then there was also one other really fun stat. I won't know the exact number, but it's still pretty fun. The GM for the Houston Texans has been the GM, I believe, for the last 5 years.
Okay.
He has made like 27 moves in his NFL draft experience in those 5 years. So he just makes moves, and whether they're, swapping picks and then picking up someone else, it's just a wild way to GM because it doesn't seem like the Goody way.
Ryan is ready to literally
you don't find that interesting
right now.
I think you and maybe 2 people who you were with last night finds this interesting.
Oh,
you
Matt
and
and Thomas.
That is neat.
I think that's an interesting move, interesting way to go about the draft. It's a weird philosophy.
And what does it mean for the Packers?
Okay, why did you even ask that? I was just going to throw to
I
Molly's
just want to know. I just want to know what Matt thinks.
Well, I just think that this guy seems very open to
and
moving
how would you
down
grade
for
Nick
picks.
Caserio versus Brian Gutekunst?
Stop. Get to Molly's game now.
He's done pretty good lately.
Hi,
I am looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
Okay, so I'm just going to go back to last week really quick. So I asked you guys different games here. So I asked you who's in for these first two games. Magic versus Hornets. You guys all picked the Hornets. You were all wrong. You all stink. Next one, Suns Warriors. I asked you who was in on that one. You guys all picked the Warriors. You were all wrong. You guys all stink there too. Next one, I asked you who's going to be the leading scorer in game 1 of the Timberwolves Nuggets game. You guys all picked, well, actually, Matt and Ryan, you guys picked the Joker, and Jim picked Ant. It was Jamal Murray. And then the last one, everybody, well, Ryan, you stink. You got all of these wrong. For the Celtics, 76ers. Celtics were favored by 12.5 points. You picked the 76ers. The Celtics ended up winning by 26 points in that game. So I just wanted to give you guys, I know you guys like to recap. Matt, I know you love a good game here.
I definitely love a recap.
It's also crazy that then the Sixers won the next game in that series.
Dude,
what is going on?
It's I feel like the playoffs has been decently interesting. Like, I mean, the Timberwolves Nuggets series has been interesting. Knicks going down 2-1 to Atlanta. Like, what the hell is going on here? So actually, that leads me into today's picks. I am basically just having you guys pick the winners of each series. So we're kind of going to rapid fire these. I know we're tight on time, Ryan. But there's a lot of games here. There's 8 different games here. So first up here, guys, Boston versus those 76ers. Who is winning that series?
Boston.
Ryan?
Yeah, still the Sixers. Still the Celtics. The Celtics are still going to win that series hands down.
Celtics. Next one here, guys. Lakers Rockets. Ryan, who are you taking there?
I will say Lakers only because I want the Rockets to lose to become extremely desperate and give up the farm for Giannis in a trade this summer.
Do you realistically think that would happen, though?
Yeah. I think if the Rockets are desperate, yeah, I could see them doing that. Okay. Especially if they lose in the first round.
Zero income tax state. I wouldn't be scoffing at it if I was Giannis.
It's a place
he would be happy.
Giannis, I think, has kind of openly said that Houston is a place he'd be interested in playing.
He has, because he grew up watching Houston, I feel like, right?
Not Dikembe Mutombo. Hakeem Olajuwon was his favorite player growing up. Mm-hmm. So he idolized him in the Rockets.
Matt?
I'll go Rockets. Because you're going Lakers, right? Yeah, I'll go Rockets.
All right, next one here. Spurs Blazers. I have no idea when Victor Wembanyama is coming back. That him smacking his chin on the ground was disgusting. I believe that he is out for sure for 48 hours, and I think he can come back eventually. But
that stinks.
Yeah, it was disgusting. So who are you picking in that one?
I still think the Spurs are a well-built team.
Man, just imagine if the 2-seed Spurs get out to the Blazers right away.
That would be awesome for Drew Holiday.
It would be cool for him. Honestly,
crazy, but
I forgot
awesome.
that he was on the Blazers until I started watching.
I didn't know that they were even like in play-in territory until I saw them in the play-in
for the second time.
Yeah,
on the Blazers.
Shocking.
He was there for like 4 hours.
That's true. Yeah, when he got traded to the Celtics. Yeah, that's right.
So who are you taking?
I will take the Spurs still too. The Spurs are still, I think, a better team even without Wemby. Though I hope he comes back soon.
Yeah, crazy. Next one here, guys. Pistons Magic. Jim? Oh my God. You're not Jim.
I'm sitting here?
I think so.
It's got to be because I'm sitting in Jim's spot.
It's not the outfit. It's not the look. It's literally because you're sitting there.
I would hope it's not either the look or the outfit.
That's terrible. At least you said it, not me.
That's bad. I'm going to go with the Pistons.
They're fun to watch, too.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a good series, too. Right?
Remind me, who are the Pistons playing again?
Magic.
The Magic, yes. We do have a former teammate of ours, Chrissy Birdsall, who works for the Orlando Magic, so I am kind of pulling for her. But I do think the Pistons have been a little disrespected this year, and I can't see them losing to a team that almost like blew up its chances to even make the playoffs. So yeah, I would take the Pistons.
Next one here, I think I don't even have to ask this one. OKC Suns.
Yeah, OKC.
Okay. You good with that?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think I'm pretty confident in that one.
Okay, next one, Knicks Hawks. Hawks lead that one 2-1.
CJ McCollum pulling out his villain arc.
Again, you talk about a guy that I didn't even realize was on the Hawks. Wild.
Yeah, it is.
You taking the Hawks then?
Sure, why not? Let's go with the Atlanta Hawks. Let's say the Knicks implode in round one.
I'll take the New York Knickerbockers.
Okay.
I would say I want to see the Hawks win, so then the Knicks implode, and then they try to get Giannis, but I don't think they have any chance of getting Giannis.
We would have to get players.
Yeah,
from
we'd have to
the
get
Knicks.
Carl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges.
Is there any way we can
don't
get
want
Jalen
those.
Brunson? I would love if he came to Milwaukee. I love Jalen Brunson.
I would hate that for him, though, because being in Milwaukee wouldn't do anything for
I
him.
know, but I just love him. Like,
What
I
about
think
him?
he's such a team guy.
He is pretty fun to watch.
Like, I get it.
He's a
That
cool
there's
basketball
some
player.
other things on the side that may or may not be happening. Right? With, like, his dad.
Oh, yeah, his dad's, like, kind of controlling and, like, getting involved in, like, team decisions. Yeah,
and I
it's
think
a
that's
little
also
weird.
part of the reason why he was able to, like, take less money.
Yeah,
Apparently,
there's some weird,
allegedly. I don't know.
There's some weird.
We won't dive into it.
You've
But
got
I
an
do
annoying
like him.
dad, so we want to offer you $2 million less.
Well,
Whose dad is worse, Christian Watson or Jalen Brunson?
I thought you were going to say Tyrese Halliburton's dad.
Forgot about him.
Halliburton's dad.
We haven't heard anything about him though because he's been out. He's
been banned.
Next one here, guys. We only
He
have two
was.
more left. Nuggets, Timberwolves.
This is an interesting series.
Yes, I know.
Timberwolves were
'Cause I
kicking the
think the
crap out of him yesterday.
Timberwolves like match up well against the Nuggets, but I don't know if they're
Matt, you
like,
got
better.
friends in Minnesota. Who are you picking?
I know.
Their logo, oh, I love it when they go back to that old school logo with like the trees and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Their
I'll
current
go-
logo's not bad
I'll
either.
go with the Tea
No.
Puppies.
Okay.
Do you name everything that's like a threat to you as like the baby of it?
and
like
I
like the
will-
Motor City Kitties.
Motor City Kitties, the Vi Queens. So
The Gophers.
I will say it.
What are the Bears? The Cubs? The Cubbies?
The Bears are just the Bears.
Yeah.
It's weird that the Bears are the Cubs and the Cubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Continue. What were we saying?
My teammates, my friends from Minnesota, they call them the Tea Pups too. So.
Okay. Ryan, who are you taking in this one?
I will go with I'll go with the Nuggets just to be on the other side. I'm
There
not
you
going to
go.
bet against Jokic.
That's a tough
Fair.
bet.
Last one here, guys. Cavs, Raptors. Matt.
I'll go
Almost called
Cavs.
you Ryan.
Jeez.
Which one would you
Wow.
be more offended by?
That's a great question.
Honestly, Jim Rutledge. At least Ryan's still like in his
Jim
20s.
Rutledge?
I love how that's the reason.
That
He
is-
doesn't have as
that's-
many wrinkles.
Yeah, that's the reason. Plus,
Ryan?
Ryan's taller.
Who are you
6 foot. 6 footer. Ryan Woldersheim.
Are you 6 feet?
I'm 6'1".
Good for you. Got a
I
whole
don't know.
2
I
inches.
have to just
You got a whole
take
2
a shot
inches
at
on
Jim's
Jim.
height all of a sudden. We're running out of music, guys. Come on.
Okay, give us. It's you. We're waiting for you. Cavs,
Yeah.
Raptors. Who are you taking?
The Cavs. There's no way the Raptors are even competing in this series. I know they won the most recent game, I think, but like, who cares?
That is probably the. Actually, that one and then the Boston series are probably the two that I've paid the least attention to.
You just forget they're even happening.
Well, sometimes they're on like early, so like they're on before I even
Yes.
get home, and then I'm just like, okay.
Yes, because our show gets done at 6. Those games start at like 5:30 sometimes.
Exactly. So it's like I'm gonna miss this.
By the way, a little update for the Molly's game predictions. Matt, you took the Rockets in that series, right?
Yeah.
Kevin Durant was just ruled out for tonight's game.
Ooh, that's all right. He's
Is
not
that
good
because
for
of his
team.
burner account? Because he hasn't played a lot since that happened, right?
I think he has probably legitimate injuries too, but it'd be hilarious if like ruled
Was he, like,
out
36?
conduct detrimental to the team.
Yeah, well, that was
He's
supposed to
been
be.
around for a long time, yeah.
This was like the big hype of this series, right? Was it could be the last times that we see KD taking on LeBron, and he hasn't even been playing.
He hasn't played, and now he will have missed 2 of the 3 games, which stinks.
Who retires first, KD or LeBron James?
LeBron's older.
This is LeBron's
Still,
last.
though, but-
this is LeBron's last season.
I know, but well, you think, but
Okay,
KD's
I do.
He's only 36.
KD's getting there. Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know that feeling, and there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. It's Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxury seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. You must be 21 to enter the casino. Still got more to come. We've got pole dancing, and we got to get into Pick Your Packers, the submissions that you guys send in. We'll do all that next. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Matt and Molly.
It's not like a real life choice. You just vote. There's no like.
You just vote for it.
I'm just telling you what the Twitter trolls are going to do. They're going to take one look at it and be like,
Vote
I
and
don't
you
want to
vote
pick. I don't want to pick.
I'm here in Milwaukee. I talk like a German. They vote.
What?
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Experience the future of recovery at Carbon World Health. They've brought Escape Robotic Massage to Madison, the world's first AI-powered, fully automated therapeutic massage that's customized to your body every time. Using advanced body scanning, Escape maps your muscles and delivers precision-calibrated pressure to release tension, reduce inflammation, and accelerate recovery. Book your Escape session at Carbon World Health and feel what the future of wellness really feels like. Carbon World Health, your body optimized.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house. It's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yingling Guest Hotline. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yingling Guest Hotline.
Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas.
We got to play with the structure we have. We got to play with the ball that they gave us.
The Yingling Guest Hotline on ESPN Wisconsin.
We're Wisconsin. What are the things that we can do to try to make us more competitive in the current environment?
Yingling, now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. At 220 State Street, Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store, Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
As a first-generation student, I initially joined the military to ensure I could afford college, and I had a lot of self-doubt. But at Madison College, there are so many resources extended to me, and I feel supported and confident to reach my goals. Best of all, I'll be able to transfer to a 4-year college debt-free. My advice to others, believe in yourself and your future. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
This is our crew.
A drive, left center, deep. See you later.
Every pitch, every strike, every hit.
Fly ball right field. Hit a ton. We're tied.
Hear the call of every Milwaukee Brewers game this season on 100.5 ESPN.
At the track, at the wall, jumped up. Jackson Churio brought it back. Oh,
You're listening to Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
This is Robin Bryden from the depths of Scotland, and you're listening to Jim, Matt and Molly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. I'm Molly Brown, joined by Matt Hamilton.
Thank
Primetime
you.
Ryan Wollersheim is behind the glass. We are asking.
Took you an hour 40 to get it right.
No, I only said Jim twice.
Twice.
Twice is 2 times
Jim
too many.
Rutledge?
That
Yeah.
is that is a fact. That is a fact. But we are getting you all set for the NFL draft. round 2 and 3 coming up tonight, which is exciting because of Green Bay
19
Packers.
minutes!
The Green Bay Packers finally pick. I wonder if I'll be home by the time that the Packers pick. Do you think so? 50, they have the 52 pick. I usually get home around 7. The draft starts at 6.
I think you're going to you're either just going to make it or you're just going to miss it.
Okay.
Like, you're going to be right on time.
I'll keep you posted if by the time, well, we'll see if my family even has
If they move up, you're cooked.
Yeah, no, I'm cooked for sure. So we are getting you all geared up for the NFL draft. We're asking you, who is your Green Bay Packer that you would want to pick? Well, that didn't really make sense. Who would you want to pick for the Green Bay Packers, position-wise, player-wise, all the different things there? So chime in on the Carbos Talking text line and on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. We will be going over those next segment. But first, we got to get into pole dancing.
We asked and you answered.
Whoa.
Coming to the stage.
There you go.
It's pole dancing
Little gritty.
on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, you know me. I don't quite have the voice for pole dancing these days, but we have our in-house PA announcer, Riley Yauk. Riley, go ahead and take it away. What are this week's poll questions for pole dancing?
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Pole Dancing. I'm Jim, Matt, Molly. Let's start with the Jim, Gabe, and Chewy. What will the Packers do at number 52 overall tonight? Will they make a pick? That's 100% of what people are saying. Or trade back? No one is saying that. Are they going to make a pick tonight?
So what do you guys think? You think they stick and pick at 52 overall?
You kind of convinced me with the guy that you said that you wanted them to pick. I can't even remember what his name is. I apologize.
Gerard McCoy, the cornerback out of Tennessee.
Gerard McCoy. You kind of convinced me that if he's still available, the Packers are picking him.
I think the odds of him still being available are like less than 10%.
Okay,
it's a big, big if. But if he falls because of his medical concerns, I'm saying they should take him.
Okay. So if he's still there, or if my guy, Keontae Scott, is still there, the Packers are picking. If not, they're trading back.
What about Matt's guy?
No.
You don't think they take
The
Dunker?
mock draft on ESPN has Matt's guy going like late 70s.
Jennings
I'm not concerned.
Not a Jennings Dunker fan?
No. It's not that I'm not a fan. I don't know if he's going to be the best available and if Brian Gutekunst is actually trying to live by that gospel.
But remember,
that's not going to be the
it's
guy.
best available in Goody's eyes. We've seen him
True,
kind of
and best
reach a
available
little
in
bit.
his eyes is the Lucas Van Nesses of the world.
He's the one who drafted A.J. Dillon in the second round. Josiah DeGuara in the third round.
So do we trust Brian Gutekunst? So yeah, that means the Matt's guy's probably going to be the guy that they get. Woo!
Wow, you're just really bagging on this guy.
Jennings Dunker.
I don't dislike him. I think the things that Matt said about the guy are good, that he's versatile in the offensive line. That's a great thing. That's what the Green Bay Packers need for the offensive line.
You just don't think he's worth it at 52.
I'd rather have a cornerback.
Yeah.
Their secondary is booty.
But if all the good corners are gone by then, and if hey, we don't really
Then
see
what's
a
the
better
difference?
guy,
Fair.
Jennings Dunker is still available. Do we really want to risk trading back so another team takes him?
Right.
I wouldn't hate offensive line or corner. Those are the two to me that I would feel the most, probably the best about them drafting.
Now, I'm going to bet on Goody being Goody. He's going to want more picks than 8. Your most valuable pick is the second rounder, 52. I think he moves back.
I'm surprised that this poll is 100-0. That's shocking.
There wasn't a lot of responses on the poll, to be honest. Jen even she didn't get a lot of interaction on this one. It was like 10 last time I saw.
Okay. Still,
All
though,
right.
that's 10 people.
Yeah, I would say he moves back.
All right, Riley, keep it moving.
Now on to the Homer Hour. If the hashtag Packers do which of these, they will make the NFC Championship game. One, not going to happen, 21%. Stay healthy, 59%. Fix the offensive line, 15%. Or draft a quarterback in the second round.
Quarterback or corner?
I think it has to be cornerback.
Yeah.
I thought it was quarterback.
That's Riley's
Maybe.
pole dancing voice.
Or
Let's
draft
assume it's
a
corner.
quarterback in the. Or draft a quarterback in
It's
the
quarterback.
second
It's
round.
quarterback.
QB.
It's a Jordan Love. Yeah. No, that's not the answer.
That's not the answer.
I
I'm going to
wouldn't say
say
so.
if they stay healthy. Because I think this team is good enough to maybe get there if they're healthy.
I would have said that last year, but I don't think that they've gotten. I think they've gotten worse since last year, though. That's the only hard part.
Okay.
But like if Micah
You got
Parsons
Juice now instead of St. Juice instead of Hobbs.
I mean, okay.
Maybe
I don't,
slightly
I,
better
I
at
hadn't even
corner.
heard the guy's name until he came to the
No,
game.
I'm just saying that could be slightly better at corner.
Could be slightly better.
Maybe 5%.
I would agree with
Take
you
that.
to agree with you. However, I don't fully believe it in my heart.
Okay,
Where like
so
last
are you
year,
saying
if they
just
would have
not
stayed
gonna
healthy,
happen? Or do you think fix the offensive line? Because obviously it's not take a quarterback.
I don't think the offensive line is going to solve all the is going to be the complete solution.
So that means you just don't think it's possible.
Fine, I'll pick that, even though I don't like that.
I don't like
I want
either.
it to be that if they stay healthy, they're good.
Yeah, well, that's the answer.
All right, Riley, give us our next poll question.
Back to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy for 2 polls to finish us off. First, are the Packers all in, quote unquote, for 2026? Yes, only says 25% of the folks. Or no, 75% don't believe the Packers are all in for this season.
Molly, what do you think?
Another question I really don't want to answer. It feels like they are because it's like you have guys like Micah Parsons and you are committed to that. You're committed to the Jordan Love contracts and all the different things like that. So in that sense, I do feel like they are. But at the same time, going back to like almost the last question of I don't feel like they got better in this offseason. And I don't think that this draft is going to make them significantly better. I can't say that they are, but also I feel like Brian Gutekunst is doing pretty much everything that he possibly can when it comes to this. So I guess if I was voting on this, I would say yes. If I don't like that answer,
I'm going to say...
Who are you?
Jim?
Are you
Jim
Jim,
Robles?
Matt, or Molly today?
Man.
Next one is Ryan. I almost called you Ryan last time.
Yeah, that's just great. I'm going to say no. I think Goody is... I think he's going to try and do good this year, but I think he's gearing up for an all-in 2027. So I think he's just trying to get his ducks in a row this season, trying to make sure everybody's got their feet wet, to stick with the duck jokes. I think 2027 is going to be the Packers' year. I don't think Goody's all in right now.
All right, Riley, final poll question.
And finally, when you are going out to eat, are you anticipating having a bad time? Yes, 29% of people are pessimists, or no, 71%. I'll catch you next week.
Do you have any additional context around this?
I'll just get this out of the way. If I'm going out to dinner, I'm not expecting to have a bad time, so no.
I think it's 90. I can say with 90% certainty this was probably a story from Chewy on Jay and Game of Chewy talking about how he just expects bad things to happen when he goes out to eat.
So it's interesting. Okay, so if I'm going out with just my husband and I, no, I'm expecting it to be great. I'm expecting the food to be good because I'm not going to pick somewhere that I'm like, oh, I don't like the food is gross. Or like if I'm trying a new place, it's like I'm excited to try the new place, right? So I'm expecting the food to be good. I feel like service, like we've been pretty lucky. Service is usually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it when it's my husband. Now, I haven't gone out to eat with my children very much because... Quite honestly, I avoid it because I do think it's going to be bad because I'm just like, oh my God, are we going to be that family with the screaming kids, the kids that want to run around, the kids that are fighting, all the different things? That in that case, yes, I do kind of expect it to be bad. And then if it's better, it's like, oh, that was a pleasant surprise. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, that's fair.
So I feel like that's kind of where I am right now.
I've got a couple that me and Jen will go out and get dinner with, and they have a almost 1-year-old, maybe a 1-year-old now.
Okay.
He's in his squawking phase. And it's like, very high pitched, very shrill. And we went out to dinner, and Mom was mortified.
See, and it's funny because it's like I think about it, and I'm like, if a baby's crying, it doesn't even bother me. Like, if a baby is screaming, it doesn't bother. Now, if I'm at like a 5-star restaurant and I'm paying a boatload of money, your kid better not be there.
Right.
But like, that doesn't bother me. Or like kids on the airplane, like I just like sympathize for the mom, and like I'm just like, oh. Like, but it bothers me when my kid does, because then I'm like, oh my God, my kid is just disturbing all of these people,
exactly.
you know?
And that's what she thought. She thought everyone was being disturbed by it. I was like, no one is even...
Literally nobody
checked
cares.
over their shoulder. No one even knows.
Yeah, totally.
She was mortified.
All right, that's all we got, Ryan?
That was it from Riley for us, guys.
Perfect. You're a busy guy back there, my guy.
There's a lot going on today.
You doing mock drafts back there? Like you're
He's doing mock drafts.
Mel
Exactly.
Tucker?
Yeah.
What's his name? No,
Mel Tucker.
not Mel Tucker.
Matt
Oh my
Miller?
gosh. No.
Mel Kiper? Or
Mel
Matt Miller?
Kiper.
Matt Miller's the one.
You know, I almost said Mel Gibson, and then I was like, that's not right.
Wow, Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Names are hard for me
Miles
today.
Garrett.
Play it.
Jordan, run!
That was a good one. That was a good callback. We'll get into who you guys submitted for Pick Your Packer next. This is Jim at Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, a WBA award finalist for Wisconsin's best radio show.
We would rather talk about boogers than the Packers draft.
Green and gold, baby. Green and gold.
Yeah, I always pick a winner. I'm like Goody.
That is disgusting.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and lease a 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid Sport L for as low as $299 per month. Or browse their vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
People travel the world to collect Hard Rock shirts, and Hard Rock Casino Rockford is going to give the people what they want. Get in on the action at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, where all new Unity card signups receive an official Hard Rock shirt, plus free play to kickstart a winning streak. Whether you're spinning the slots or playing the tables, you'll be dressed for success. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's Hard Rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
My husband had purchased something at another store. He was very unhappy with the quality of it. We went into Chalmers and just started looking around and kind of got inspired to do something together that was unique for us.
It really isn't any more expensive to do a one-of-a-kind custom piece.
I love it. It's beautiful. I get a lot of compliments on it.
Turned out how I hoped it would.
It really makes me feel good to wear.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton.
Hi, it's Dave from Canopy Wealth Management. Many people are balancing retirement planning, college costs, and caring for aging parents, often all at once. With extensive experience, the Canopy team has helped others navigate these same challenges and can be a trusted thought partner as you prioritize what matters most. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's our promise. Get started today at canopy-wealth.com.
Paid for by Canopy Wealth Management. Canopy Wealth Management is registered as an investment advisor with the SEC.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team at Badgerland Exteriors give you a free, no obligations estimate.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our great friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Turn your day into an experience at Road America. Conveniently located in between Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay, this legendary track offers more than just racing. Walk the grounds, explore every corner, and watch the action from wherever you want. Kids 16 and under get you in free with a paying adult at the gate and camp on site all weekend long. IndyCar is must-see and is coming up on June 18th through the 21st. Great food, great views, and non-stop action. Road America, where racing meets outdoors. Check out roadamerica.com to get tickets.
A strong team makes all the difference, and Everlight Solar just expanded theirs. Everlight now offers roofing and exterior services for homeowners dealing with storm damage. From the first call to the final repair, Everlight quickly handles everything under one roof. When your roof takes a hit, you've got a team behind you. Start today at everlightroofing.com. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, powering through any storm. A proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
We ask and you answer. Tune in to Jim, Matt, and Molly every weekday 4 to 6 and follow at Jim, Matt, Molly on X to vote in daily poll questions presented by Siding Unlimited. Trust Siding Unlimited with your next window and door project. Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Matt and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. I'm Molly Brown, hanging out with Matt Hamilton, and Primetime Ryan Warsheim is behind the glass. The Brewers are coming up after us. They take on the Pirates. First pitch is set for 6:40 with pregame starting at 6:05. So we'll take you over a little bit over 6 o'clock tonight to lead you into that game. Is that game in Pittsburgh? There's no way.
No, it's not. It's
my God.
It's at AmFam.
I was going to say, there's no way.
How cool that would be, though.
It would be cool, but
It'd be
also
a mess logistically.
So messy. Are those two stadiums close together? Do you have any idea?
They kind of have all their stadiums are in a district kind of in the downtown Pittsburgh area. I think the Hackrisher Stadium used to be Heinz Field, and then PNC Park are both on one side of the river, maybe less than half a mile from each other. And then I think where the Penguins play is just across that on one of the beautiful bridges in Pittsburgh.
Penguins.
The Penguins. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the Brewers are coming up after us, but we are getting you all set for the NFL Draft 2. You can watch that on ESPN tonight, beginning at 6 o'clock as well. So we did a little bit of Pick Your Packer earlier. Ryan, do you want to play the intro or no? We're good.
No,
okay, cool. So
we just need to hear Mel Kiper say.
Jennings Dunker.
Perfect. And that was who Matt's guy was.
Yeah.
That he would like to see the Green Bay Packers pick at 52. I said that I wanted Keontae Scott, cornerback, and Ryan, you wanted...
Gerard McCoy, cornerback from Tennessee.
All right, so that was our pick. So we do have a couple people chiming in on the Carbos Talking text line and the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. So first up, our guy that we said was potentially Brian Gutekunst's burner. Do you remember that when we were talking with Jason Wilde earlier? So he initially said, insider speaking, Mike Washington will be the pick for round 2. And then after we called him Brian Gutekunst's burner, he also chimed in and said, no, I am a normal guy, but live in Green Bay. They talked to him at least 3 times, but I would love Dunker. But that's why I know they were taking the running back because they never pick who I want.
Jennings Dunker.
So, you're listening, Brian Gutekunst. I see you.
I get that.
I hate that.
There's been a handful of times where I've liked guys and they didn't get him.
I would hate if they draft him in round 2. I'll just say that. Mike
Really?
Washington. Yeah, the running back
I don't like
in
a
round
running back
2.
in round 2.
Me neither. I understand they need a backup behind Josh Jacobs. You can find running backs in the 5th, 6th, 7th round. There is, I think, good running backs like Jeremiah Love, who got picked 3rd overall. They're worth it because guys like Jeremiah Love are that good. Mike Washington is a guy who didn't play well on what was a bad Arkansas team last year, but is an athletic freak at the combine. And his testing numbers look great.
That sounds pretty much right up Brian Gutekunst's alley.
6'1", 233 or 223. Big guy.
I think he runs a 4.3 or something crazy.
Apparently, his downside or his drawback, which would be an issue for the Packers, is he struggles in pass protection on film.
Yeah, that's not great. And if they could find a running back who can catch the ball out of the backfield, that would be great because that's what probably would be a best compliment to
so almost
Josh
like that
Jacobs.
1-2 punch of Aaron Jones and
Josh
Jacobs back in the day.
Or the imaginary 1-2 punch of Josh Jacobs and Marshawn Lloyd.
Yeah, that guy's never seen
more
the
of a
He's
Josh
class.
Jacobs style runner. He's a between the tackles.
Yeah, but he's also
power back.
He's a receiving back too. He had a ton of catches at USC. That was
I'm still talking about Mike Washington.
Oh, Mike Washington.
Mike
yes.
Washington is very much a Josh Jacobs style runner.
So if they're replacing Jacobs, then it makes sense. But
because Jacobs technically is done after this year on his current deal, correct?
I think this was the last year where his deal was guaranteed. Anything after this, the Packers are not on the hook for his contract anymore.
Right.
I don't think.
Okay,
it's kind of a nice feeling to have.
It is, especially because he did get slowed down by injuries last year too. But I'm personally not ready to move on from Josh Jacobs. I'm sure Goody is almost, but I think Josh Jacobs has been really effective. I think the
culture guy too.
Culture guy is part of it.
Totally.
He's calling a lot of guys out. He's out there saying they need a true number 1 receiver at the Super Bowl row, whatever that was.
Yep.
Was that
Super
2 years
Bowl
ago? But at the
Radio
same
row.
radio, Super Bowl radio or whatever. But anyways, I do think that moving on from him now would be a bit early. And I also think that they need a better offensive line for whatever running back is going to be back there.
Sports Guy 37 on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream chimes in. He says Packers need to draft a cornerback, so he is in lockstep with me and you, Ryan. There, he did not say a name, but he said just that position.
Lots of corners. That's what a lot of people have been saying.
Yes,
corner
that is true.
has been probably the most highly voted.
That'd be the one position I'd want them to trade up for 5 to 10 spots. Because the most recent mock draft I saw was that the run on corners is going to be in that 40s range.
Okay. I guess it depends what Brian Gutekunst views as worth it. Other ones that came in, is there another receiver like Jordy Nelson somewhere in the top 50? I don't think I want them to go that high. Other ones that we've gotten, corner, edge rusher, offensive line, defensive back or defensive lineman.
Yeah,
So
don't take a long snapper, kicker, or a quarterback, and we'll be happy.
Interesting how much defensive help the Green Bay Packers fans want. But the Milwaukee Brewers are coming up next as they take on the Pirates. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly.
See ya.